Hello, it is Jack from Animal Fact Emporium here and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for the continued support to allow me to continue with this amazing YouTube channel, and sorry that there hasn't been a video for quite a long time, since I think the 20th-ish of December, but I've been really busy with uni work, and in the future there are going to be less and less videos up until around the summertime, when it's the end of year 2 of university. But I just thought I'd give you a heads up on that. Like usual, all the information in this video is with the help of the IUCN Red List website, so if you want any more information about your favourite animals, then I recommend checking the website out. Now it's time to get things started. The animal we have got for episode 45 is a very cute animal, also known as the happiest animal in the world, and that is the Quokka, also known by its scientific name, Acetonix brachyurus. As of 2012, when the IUCN information for the Quokka was last updated, there was between 7,500 and 15,000 mature individuals left in the wild, and that the population was decreasing. On the red list itself, the Quokka is classified under vulnerable, and the geographic range, or where you can find the Quokka in the world, is Australia and Australia alone. Habitats in Australia, I said Australia quite a lot in that one sentence, where you can find the Quokka include forests, shrublands, as well as wetlands, but the wetlands are mainly inland as well. Threats to the Quokka. I've got two of these threats, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't really used on the channel before, so I haven't really talked about sorry, on the channel before, and especially there's one for conservation actions as well, which I haven't talked about on the channel before. So it's great that there was so much more different information for the Quokka than any other animal that I've covered on this channel. And the threats that I'm mentioning are logging, as well as fires and droughts. All three of these different threats will pose an impact on the Quokka, but one thing that's mainly in common with all three of these is that it'll be a negative impact. But some of these might link together. So for example, fires might cause droughts because of the removal of moisture. And logging, removing of trees which do store water, might help cause a drought or something along the lines of that. But talking about some positives now, the conservation actions. The three I've got to talk about today, don't worry, I haven't got conservation sites or protected areas on this list, but the three I've got here are action recovery plan, systematic monitoring scheme, as well as invasive species control. Starting with action recovery plan and systematic monitoring scheme, because I've used them a few times on the channel. But an action recovery plan is basically in its name what it does. It basically is there to actively recover the population, and it might be done in many different ways depending on what is best suited for the species population that they are trying to recover. Systematic monitoring scheme, it's again in its name. It is monitoring the species to check if there's any abnormalities or if there's anything that is out of the ordinary. But now onto invasive species control. It's in its name. It is basically controlling the population numbers of a species that is not, it was kind of like brought there. So an example I've used on the channel beforehand is the grey squirrel. In the UK, the grey squirrel is an invasive species. The red squirrel is in the UK naturally, but the grey squirrel, I think, if I'm not mistaken, came across from America or something like that. But it is an invasive species, the grey squirrel, and it's basically just reducing or just controlling the population size of invasive species, because invasive species can be a threat to animals such as the Quokka and other animals as well, for some things like taking resources, habitats, stuff like that. They can just be a problem to the animals. Thank you so much for watching. It's been episode 45 with the Quokka. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as well as following us on our other social media channels. We've got an Instagram account and a TikTok account, but I know in America TikTok is is being banned on the 19th, I think. But there are some people possibly buying it, which might make it come back in the US. But I have Instagram if any of you guys are watching from the US, where you can follow us on there. Or we've still got YouTube here, of course. But thank you so much for watching, and keep an eye out for the next episode.